advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look. Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
They get a hand on it, and now the Timberwolves on the break. Tries to save it. Here's Washington. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Celtics lead by 3. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, Washington, he's in at shooting guard. Patrick Patterson is out there at Pekovic. Then there's Muhammad, and it's Levine in at the 1. LeBron with it, now defended by Muhammad. Olynyk dishes to LeBron. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
I don't know how that one does.
Nasty. Nasty. You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
I tell you what, that's one of those plays where you want to get credit for not only the bucket, but also the assist.
Kicks to Levine. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. He had stolen by Sullinger. Passes it to Livingston. A nice shot by LeBron. And the Celtics lead by 3. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort to the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down in transition.
Here's Washington. No good with the layup.
Well, he surprised me with that move, but he just couldn't capitalize.
Right through the knee for the layup.
After what was just a horrendous shooting performance in the first half, they finally started to find their stroke.
And amazing that they hold the lead with how poorly they shot in the first half, but they've defended at a high level and remain in control. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
LeBron kicks to Sullinger. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now the feed to Patterson. 6 on the shot clock. Pekovic passes to Washington. Here's Livingston. He kicks it to LeBron. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Patterson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Patterson, the screen. Washington passes to Pekovic, and that one's good.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Feeds it to Smart. He dishes it to Sullinger. To the middle. Here's Olynyk. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Washington passes to Muhammad from 10 feet out. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
They've raised their field goal percentage just above 50% here. They actually look like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half. Much better execution offensively.
Olynyk dishes to Sullinger. Feeds away. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass. But it hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, but over a full game, I like their energy. And if they can maintain that level of effort, I think it bodes well for them down the stretch.
Boston making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. Ricky Rubio comes in for Levine.
And really just a great rhythm at the line. Whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game.
We need to be more physical on the offensive end. Let's crash the glass, but be smart. We need to limit their easy baskets, so get back on D.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey guys, well Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. He told them, this is it fellas, let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them, show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
1:43 left here in the fourth quarter.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Sellinger, no good.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Out to the right wing. Here's Patterson. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Patterson's got 7 points for the quarter.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming on the court are your Celtics dancers. Give it up.
.116 left in the game, and that one's good. Clark, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And Clark, that could rise again before we're through.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
LeBron with it. Now defended by Muhammad. LeBron kicks to Thomas. James wide open. No good off the front iron.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Washington. He's guarded by Thomas. 6 to shoot. Muhammad, the pass to Washington. Here's Patterson. Money! A tremendous three to tie it up.
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming on the court are your Celtics dancers. Give it up.
15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. James outside to the left side wing.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
To force OT, count it, and the foul. It's on Isaiah Thomas.
In that height, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1, getting going right now. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the floor for Boston, we've got Olynyk. Thomas is out there with Smart. Then it's Johnson. And it's James in at the 3. The Celtics shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Over to the wing. 17-foot shot on the way.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
I guess even he had. It's one of those once in a while.
Smart kicks to James. Pass to Smart. He feeds it to Olynyk. A good look from James. Bullseye. James has got the first basket here in overtime for the Celtics.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one. Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That made a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
We play just over a minute here in OT. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it. And you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
Here's Washington. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Now it's a 3-point Minnesota lead. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play. And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Minnesota leading by 3. Inside. Yes!
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Battles through traffic and lays it in. Bucket's got 30 points.
You just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
"16 feet away. It's hauled in by Thomas.
It's going to be a tough loss to swallow. They just didn't have much gas left in the tank once we got to overtime.
And so the Timberwolves take the win, and they